If you're watching this, then you're existing. And existence itself is defined as the state of being alive or having objective reality. But it's like we've got lost along the way, because we believe that both of which, our aliveness and our reality, is derived entirely from the self. And in my case, this is Jodie. With this comes all of her past and her conditioning, her likes and her dislikes, her dreams and her nightmares. But what we've forgotten is that to exist is to be alive, to simply be and to experience. It doesn't mean to identify as an entity, as a somebody with limits and talents. To let go is to liberate oneself from itself. When the mind breaks free of itself and opens into consciousness, it will become that which it truly is. Attachment is no longer, emotions become teachers, and all is left is space for evolution. The sight of me right now, oh my god. I just literally only just looked at myself. Okay, so I came out this morning extra early because the Himalayas are out and I'm so excited about it because it's the first time I've fully seen them clear. And they're snow-capped because it's coming into winter time now and it doesn't look like it because it's very sunny. But yeah, it's getting cooler, especially in high altitudes. Hi, cow. Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste.
Okay, so it literally sounds like I'm approaching a beach. And it's definitely not a beach, it's a dam. And this, just keep walking through cobwebs. That's my least favourite part of the jungle. Oh my god. I almost walked into this. This is what you get hanging in midair. Like, really? Really? I almost walked into that, can you imagine? Okay, sorry spider, but I'm gonna have to knock. Oh, I need to look at the ground. There's cobwebs all over me. I'm now on the ancient path. That is loads and loads of pebbles that have been placed here probably thousands of years ago, at least hundreds. Yay! Look at that! Wow! Wow. Okay, I'm gonna get in. Okay, so it's safe to say my fun was definitely ruined by stepping in shit, and I know for sure that was not cow shit. The fisherman shit in the water here. That was vile. That was so disgusting. I was so excited and I got my camera out to shoot the Himalayas, and next thing you know I literally stand in potentially human shit. But anyway, the mountains are out right now and I'm so excited to get in the water, so I'm going to do that. So I would have just said to you, but I did step in shit. So yeah, that wasn't very pleasant at all. It was just, it came out of nowhere. Like, I need to be more conscious of my feet. Like, you've honestly got to have eyes, like 3 times as many eyes round here, because there's always something crawling up you, biting you, you know, stepping in things. It's just, yeah. You've really got to be in the moment, using all your 5 senses. And I think in a lot of the West, that survival instinct isn't really prominent in our lives, especially in England, which is where I'm from, because there isn't that danger of wildlife and there isn't that need to really be on your guard and to be using all of your 5 senses in the present moment, which is really how you live in the present moment. It's through experiencing and immersing yourself in those 5 senses fully. And I think that we don't have enough of that in our lives, and because there's no external struggle, we create internal struggles. And I think that in everyone's case it's completely different, but I know for me, with my anxiety, when I had severe chronic anxiety, I've just found going out and adventuring and really testing myself and challenging myself and putting myself through uncomfortable situations has just quietened all of those anxieties, quietened all of those worries, all of those stresses that in the grand scheme of things are just mundane, surface level things in your life that really don't need your time and energy. And yeah, I just love coming out into the wild and into nature, because it really initiates that survival instinct and just that wild instinct that's in us, because we are the wild, we are nature. We talk about nature like we are separate from it. And I think that's because we surround ourselves with man-made things, man-made houses, man-made inanimate objects. And we've got to the point where we do feel like we're robots or something. Like, we feel like we are not nature itself. And I think this is a huge issue now in modern times, and something that, you know, as an individual, you should definitely empower yourself by going out into nature and immersing yourself in it and feeling like a part of it, because you are a part of it. Drop my stick. Yeah, it's so powerful. And I think that when you realize that you yourself are the adventure, the sad moments, the happy moments, all the emotions, it's all part of the adventure, and all the experiences, all part of the adventure, no matter the content of the experience. You know, the experience as a whole, the happening of your existence is the adventure. So this is the dilemma with paths in India, because there's just these cows just in the middle of the jungle, snacking away on their vegetation. Oh, there's another one, okay. Sorry guys. Can I come through? Look how amazing they are. Right, I want to walk behind you, but I feel a bit worried about this, because these hooves. Okay. Me and this cow have reached the same dilemma. Hi! Thank you. This is my situation right now. Thank you. Can I go past? I'm basically following this cow. Or at least this little baby cow doesn't know what to do because I'm right behind him or her. Oh my god. It just feels so good to be in fresh air, and the climate's actually changing. It's been changing now for the last couple of days, where it's getting so much drier. So it's so much less sticky, so much less humid. And obviously, like you see, the mountains have cleared up, and that's all because the monsoon's now officially over, and the Indian summer, as they call it, even though the actual summer is July, August sort of time, but the Indian summer where it's cool in the evening, it's clear, and also really sunny but really dry, that is coming. And I'm so excited for it because, like you've seen, like the views and the scenes here are so beautiful when it's clear. Being able to see right to the horizon. I didn't actually mention, but the last time I trekked this path, I actually got a hairy caterpillar rash, which was not pretty. I'll put a picture up. I didn't actually take a video. And it somehow worked its way up to my thigh, the back of my top thigh. It was like this big, kind of, with loads of red speckles in it, and it was itchy and horrible, but it was gone after 2 days. So it was fine. It was fine. So yeah, I'm gonna keep trekking and have my lunch, which there's nothing better than exercising or hiking or climbing, whatever, just doing like vigorous exercise, getting a sweat on, and then eating a fat, healthy meal like that is one of the simple beauties of existence, I feel like. I love it. He's so cute. It's okay. It's okay, honestly, it's fine. I don't mind. Hey. So, outside of all the adventures, I've been pretty stationary at the moment in a fishing village that houses just over 100 people. I visited their fisherman ceremony where the fishermen of the village, which is practically all the men that live here, celebrate the fish that they've captured within the last year, and they give thanks to their gods, sharing drinks, food and dance. And the energy here was so electric as families just congregated and friends and came together to enjoy one another and enjoy life and health and food that they'd been gifted with for the year. I tried some sugary sweets and witnessed praying by the shrine to the gods. Money was given, drinks were given, all in thanks and gratitude for the catches they'd have throughout the year. I sat down with the locals and tried their delicacy, which was actually really tasty. It was kind of grains and sultanas and cinnamon. I feel really grateful that I got to experience an authentic family get-together. This was celebrating the daughter of a lady in the village, Sumna, who is soon to be getting married in December. This celebration was Sumna's family all coming together and singing and playing instruments. It was a very touching experience. I found it quite trance-like as the ladies sung the same song for about 2 hours whilst we clapped our hands to the same rhythm, and Sumna cried for her daughter leaving her family. You could just really feel the emotions and the energy that was running through the people that were there enjoying their time together, and this was a really special memory for me. I took a trip to McLeod Ganj, which for anyone that knows is a Tibetan town. It was a 3-hour taxi journey to McLeod Ganj, and this was so fascinating. I saw women herding buffaloes and children on their way to school, treacherous roads wrecked by the monsoon, and the Himalayas were just shockingly magnificent and beautiful as I'd approached them. They just have this presence when they're sitting in the horizon in the background. So there were many monks that I'd noticed as soon as I arrived in McLeod Ganj. A lot of people that reside in this town are monks and are devotees of the Dalai Lama. I actually had to ship off a parcel back to the UK. Something as simple as sending a parcel was so different. You take it to the parcel wrapping shop where they'll wrap it in sustainable linen, and they will literally hand make to size linen material for your package, and then they will sew this up by hand and glue it together using candle wax. This took about an hour. It was such a long process, but it's just how it should be everywhere. Since being here, there's been lots of bread making. I've been gardening and tending to the vegetables and herbs that are growing here. I've been keeping on top of working out as well, actually. Something that is kind of essential to my mental health and to just feeling whole and healthy in my body. So I've been utilising my skipping rope, I've been doing lots of HIIT workouts, and yeah, just keeping moving and getting a sweat on, just as I would at home. I think it's quite important to maintain your rituals wherever you are in the world, if possible, because those are the core things that bring about wellness in your mind and body, and so it's important to stay on top of them to remain balanced. So I did my first ever sewing machine project, which was at first something that I found quite frustrating, as it took me a while to get the hang of. But as I did get the hang of it, wow, it was just so therapeutic. And it really, once you get to grips with how to work a machine, like a sewing machine in this case, your creativity can run wild, because you now have the skills to use that machine however you wish. And so I made a locally sourced organic cotton tote bag, which is so vibrant and colourful and very Indian-esque, and basically I'm in love with it, and I've been using it every day here. It's the perfect kind of beach bag and everyday bag to take to the market or to take to the lake. So right now I'm walking down to Pong Dam, otherwise known as the Beas River in Himachal Pradesh, and it's this beautiful man-made dam. Even though it's a man-made body of water, it's surrounded by luscious green islands. I probably shouldn't have worn a skirt because it's very long and it's literally catching on everything. Okay, so I know where we are now, and I'm coming up to a natural field of wild growing marijuana. And the smell, I wish I could just send you the smell through the screen right now, because a lot of birds just flew off then. So this is all wild growing weed, and I just think that is the craziest thing. That is just here growing completely abundantly, thriving. I definitely just stepped in cow shit. Just felt my sandal smush into the ground. But like the amount of it, this is all wild growing weed. Like, it just really clicks into your brain how natural it is. Look at this. I'm gonna get myself through the weed. Lord. Hell yeah. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.